How to Find Love in Middle Life, a guide to finding love for the midlife woman. Module 3, The Changing Face of Love. Part 3. Once individuals and couples reach what we might call middle life, the love scenario changes again. The children are approaching emotional and financial independence. The home has done its job, and the income provided to meet the necessary expenses is set up and continuing. For the first time, the couple are able to draw breath and consider their situation. After years of working to fulfill their responsibility, these demanding activities seem to be falling away. This can create uncomfortable questions about how they should fill their leisure time and what activities they want to do together. It is sometimes said that this time can feel like waking up to find you are living with a stranger. This can be a very confusing and emotional time. In addition, there are certain psychological and physiological changes that happen at this time of life. The life stage for women of ending their ability to have children is called the menopause and sometimes even referred to as the change of life. Less well accepted and understood are the significant psychological effects of this change on women. What is even less well accepted is that men go through a psychological change at some time during their 40s. This is more psychological than physiological, but it can have physical effects. It's increasingly recognized and referred to as their midlife crisis. This is a time for questioning and reassessment. For both men and women, the question is much the same. What am I going to do with the rest of my life? Not only are they reassessing their own life, they are also looking at their partner to decide if they want to continue their relationship. They're asking, do I want to spend the rest of my life with this person who I married, but who now I hardly recognize? Many decide against that option. The divorce rate among couples peaks in this middle age range. It is a time for reassessment and renegotiation. It's also a time of both risk and opportunity. Continuing the old roles and patterns which served well in the phase of working love will not benefit the relationship. Most midlife couples have worked hard and sacrificed their own interests and inclinations to build a home, family, and income. This process will have changed them as individuals. They will have evolved and matured and know themselves better. Unlike when they were younger, they will not need to have the close, intimate relationship to make themselves feel complete. They are now a complete, self-sufficient and independent person in their own right. We call this being in a sovereign or self-governing state. This is the most desirable state to be in as a mature individual, but it's not uncommon for one or other partner to resist that change in the other. Coping with this time of change to a different relationship requires new thinking and involving a new way of being together. The relationship must leave room for each partner to live out their own life as a sovereign, independent individual, as well as enjoying the benefits of being in a close, loving relationship. Now is a time of intense negotiation if the relationship is to survive by moving on to a new footing. Nearly always the initiative for change needs to come from the woman. Men tend to let things slide along, thinking everything will work out, but it usually doesn't. The relationship becomes more tense and distant until one or the other partner decides to take some action to end it. Mature love, however, offers a great opportunity to create a new relationship and new lifestyle, either with your old partner or with a new one. With the release from old responsibilities, couples have the chance to choose their future lifestyle, both as individuals and as a couple. The best solution is, of course, for the same couple who have come through the earlier phase of love to renegotiate their relationship to provide a lifestyle that suits them both. Some couples do this without realizing what is happening, but it usually involves lots of rows, threats, and even trial separations. Some couples agree to end the relationship amicably and go off to find another partner. Sometimes one partner accidentally finds what they think will be a better partner, and that leaves the other one alone and maybe bitter. Far better, however, is for both partners to know and understand what is going on and take a rational, measured, and friendly Far better, however, is for both partners to know and understand what is going on and take rational, measured, and friendly steps towards working out what form mature love will take for them. The poignancy of this time is summed up in Kurt Weill's September song. On one recording, it is sung by his wife, Lotte Lenya. At one point, they divorced, but later in life came together again. There is a link to the YouTube video of Lotte Lenya singing September song in the accompanying document. So we now looked at the 3 seasons of love. Romantic love, which usually starts the relationship. Working love as the period of building home, family, and income, and mature or midlife love as the more fluid, flexible relationship for the second half of our lives. The purpose of this course is to help midlife women find and keep love. What have we learnt? One, not only do we change as we grow older, so does love. Unfortunately, many midlife women are looking for what I call the knight in shining armour who will sweep them off their feet, carry them off to his castle, and take away all their problems. However, if it happened, they probably wouldn't like it. It is no longer appropriate to look for a repeat of the kind of falling head over heels in love that we may have experienced when we were young. Secondly, on our journey through working love, we experience both physical and personality changes. We become a more balanced person and get to know our true selves and what we like and what we want in our lives. Now we should regard ourselves as a sovereign person, which means someone who values their independence and knows they can take care of themselves. We know what we want, can rule our own life, and to a large extent control our emotions. We no longer feel that desperate need to find someone else to make us feel complete because we feel we are complete and self-sufficient. It is nice to have a loving companion in our lives, but it needs to be in a sovereign relationship with another self-sufficient person, where each person can stand alone but chooses to share some time together. When we achieve this sovereign state, we know we can manage without a close, intimate relationship, if we have to. When we achieve this sovereign state, we know we can manage without a close, intimate relationship if we have to, or until we find what we want. We can take our time and not compromise. We can look rationally at what we want in a partner and make sensible choices. Finally, mature love replaces the all-consuming romantic love by something less urgent. There is still the possibility of falling in love as an emotional and physical and chemical connection, but if we know the danger, we can delay its arrival and avoid it taking us over and blinding us to the practical issues of our future relationship. What we call mature love grows gradually and becomes a warm glow rather than the passionate burning flame of romantic love. This is the end of Module 3, The Changing Face of Love.